mix. I want to go ahead and breathe real quick. Let's give it another one. Let's give it another one. I just want to send y'all some positive energy, frequency, and vibrations in this moment, okay? Real quick, want to show y'all what I'm working with, okay? Got the, again, I'm back again with the Barite Dragon, you know, handheld. Okay, I got some lapis lazuli here. You know, I got some other stuff too, some hematite, and some black tourmaline, hematite, black tourmaline. I got some, oh shit, y'all ain't hear that, did y'all? Yeah, I do be cursing sometimes. Black obsidian in the mix, and you know, I got this other crystal here, but I don't know why I can't remember the name of it, man. That's crazy. I guess probably because I haven't said the name in a while. But I meditate with it every day. So, if I remember the name, I'll show y'all while I'm filming. But if I don't, then if I don't remember the name and y'all don't see the crystal, just remember that I got millions of them over there. But this particular one that I want to show y'all, I can't show y'all because I can't remember the name. Ridiculous. But I've been feeling really called to work with my excuse me, it's a confirmation. I've been feeling really called to work with my celestite and my angelite. You know, for those of y'all who know what that is, that's over there on my altar real quick. My celestite and my angelite, those are angelic crystals. Y'all know I love my angel crystals. My selenite, celestite, angelite, angel aura quartz, you know, what else? I got some other ones over there. There's quite a few over there that I have that I never did any videos on or anything like that. You know, just because I didn't want it to be like one of those channels where I'm just like every day I'm just showing y'all different crystals over and over and over. You know, some of them I got them for me to use, you know, so I like to keep them, you know, not keep them private, but you know, it's just my stuff that I like. But the ones that I'm really excited about, I definitely did videos on them. And the other ones that I have not shown yet, just know that I do have them. Like I do have what was I gonna say? I have Shanghai green. No, I did do a green obsidian. I did do a video on green obsidian. I got Shanghai. I got smoky quartz. I actually have a clear quartz with black tourmaline in it over there, which is real crazy. I don't even touch that one because it's so like to me it looks fragile. Like it looks like, you know, you ever get like a high, like it looks like a high-end crystal, but it looks like if you touch it a lot it might break or something. So I'm just like, I don't want to, you know, mess with it. But I got some other stuff over there, man. You know, I got some stuff over there. I'm trying to remember what else I got. Yeah, I just picked up some green aventurine too. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell y'all. I shouldn't tell y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all. Even though I know I probably shouldn't tell y'all about this combination, but I'm gonna tell y'all about this combination because for my people that's into the finance and into the my real money go-getters, I want y'all to go ahead and log this combination. This is a crystal combination that I used recently, and it's definitely helping out in that area with the finances. Okay. Clear quartz crystal. All right. Now, the rest of them that I added with it is citrine, fool's gold, which is pyrite. So I got the pyrite, citrine, clear quartz, green aventurine, right? And then I also got black obsidian And there was one more that I had in there. Let me pull it up real quick because I definitely got it on me. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, malachite. I'm set tripping. How I forget malachite? I had to look at it real quick. Malachite, citrine, pyrite. That's crazy enough. But then I got the clear quartz crystal, which amplifies it. And then I got the black obsidian to protect the energy, keep it all grounded. And man, listen. You're talking about financial abundance. Listen. It's going to open up some doorways for you. You know, that's for my money heads, you know, my people that's really about that money. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, just wanted to go ahead and let y'all know. And of course, y'all see what I got going on. Y'all see I got the selenite, I got the rose quartz, I got the clear quartz, I got the MOLDAVITE. That's every day. Y'all already know. Y'all seen this already. Y'all already seen this in a lot of my videos. But yeah, man, I am just feeling good, man. I'm feeling really good. And I just want to go ahead and hop on here real fast and let you all know that I'm super happy that you all are here, a part of the Ocean Experience family. All right, I'm very excited and very happy and very privileged to be sharing time and space with you all. And my goal is to constantly and consistently provide quality content for you, the collective. All right, because you know this is what it's all about, you know. And I just want to let you know that I've been definitely doing a lot of reverse engineering, okay? I have been walking into a lot of situations as the version that I see myself as, okay? Instead of wishing for certain things to happen and then having to work your way into carrying the persona of said person, I'm reverse engineering it, and I'm carrying myself as the abundant person, as the happy person, as the person that receives love, and in return, I've become a magnet to bring it to me, okay? And that is something that I, just want to share with you all because, I believe that we have been shown things, and I'm not going to say it was the wrong way. I'm just going to say it was the opposite way, where we were taught to work for what we deserve and work our way up or work our way into certain positions or put the work in, and then things should happen. But I believe that if we see each other, if we see ourselves as the version that we are working hard to be, that the universe has no choice but to match our frequency, And one thing about the universe is the universe loves a challenge, okay? Not that we would ever challenge the universe, but it loves to challenge the reality that it just created to see if it can create a better one. And by us carrying ourselves as our truest version, as our greatest version, as an elevated version of ourselves, we are saying to the universe, raise the frequency so that you can match ours. And it loves to create. The one thing the universe loves to do is it loves to create. It loves to create, and it loves change. So if you give it an opportunity to change, if you give your life an opportunity to change and create something, it's like heaven for the universe. They're going to love you for that because you're giving the universe an opportunity to do what it was designed for, which is create something spectacular and change something spectacular into something great. Hit that like button. Yeah, so yeah, man, I'm just raising my frequency every day. I'm telling myself I deserve things where I know before I would speak myself out of it. And I started noticing, I started watching how I talk to myself. That's another thing that changed too. I started watching how I talk to myself within these past 2 or 3 years that I've been here on YouTube, and I've been catching myself. And I'll, even though you hear the voice in your mind, I don't let it be said. I I look at it as a carousel of different thoughts and feelings, right? But I always pick the one that puts me on my highest timeline. Even though I might hear in my mind, I don't know, or are you sure? You can't help what your mind shows you. But what I learned is you can train your mind to respect the fact that I am the boss, not the mind. The mind is not the boss. And what I learned how to do is I learned how to shut my mind off if it's not going to give me the thoughts that I want. I learned how to turn my mind off if it's not going to give me the confidence I need to be on my highest timeline. I don't listen to it, and some of the old sages and the people who've been on this journey for a far longer time than I ever have been will call it monkey mind, where your mind is just all over the place, like how a monkey does. 1 minute it's in the tree, 1 minute it's stealing a banana, 1 minute it's over there, 1 minute it's jumping from this ledge to this ledge. They took this, they took your food, they put it over there. Next thing you know, they're asleep. Next thing you know, they're awake again. They're chasing a bicycle. If you ever watch like those monkeys in other countries, they're all over the place, and you never see them rest. If they go like this, they're always like And I learned that that's how the mind is. The mind is always giving you things, and it's thinking that it's protecting you, but it's always giving you these ideas. You sure you want to do that? How you feel about this? And it's always like a confusion. And I always pair confusion with devil energy. Like I feel like if you're gonna be confused, it's like what the devil does. And so what I learned how to deal with confusion or uncertainty is I don't pay it any attention. And I learned that with the monkey mind, the more you feed into it, the more stronger it gets. It's just like the monkey or any species. If you feed it, it grows. If you feed it, it gets bigger. If you feed it, it gets stronger. But I learned that when my mind is all over the place and I don't feed into it, it gets weak, and then it rests. And that calmness is similar to what I experience when I meditate. When I meditate, it's very calm. I don't have thoughts that race that say, "Oh my God, what if, well, you should do this, you should do that, you should help." What Kevin Hart said, help me, please, help. Like my mind. Yeah, hit that like button. Anyways, I learned, and I don't mean to laugh, I'm trying to be serious. I learned that when my mind is all over the place, I learned, really 7 or 8 years ago, I learned how to calm it. But I'm saying 3 years just because I'm trying to reference my time that I'm here on YouTube, which has been 3 years. So, I've been here on YouTube, so I can't really say that I've been practicing it and sharing it with you all for 7 or 8 years because I've only been on YouTube for 3 years. So, but yeah, that was how I dealt with it, because I learned as I get older and I learn more things and I gain more wisdom, the things that are fear-based are going to be stronger too. It's going to be very strong. The mind has a way of, it's calling itself trying to protect you, but really what it's doing is it's inducing fear into your body. And what I learned is that anytime you hold on to any emotion for anywhere up to a minute or 30 seconds or up to a minute, it becomes, whatever you think becomes physical, and then you start physically going through it, where now you might have a headache, or now you might be stressed out, or now you might start talking to yourself and saying, now what if? Now you're saying it out loud, like, oh my goodness, this is going to happen. and then it's like now you have to reverse that, and you have to now, instead of the work of just being in alignment, now it's like you're putting obstacles in the way of the alignment, and now the alignment is hitting a wall where it can't get to it can't get to you, and you're looking at the abundance, you're looking at the alignment, and you can't synchronize with it. So what I learned how to do is not feed the mind. And like I said, it was like my mind was like a monk, like, because I'm very, I use my imagination a lot, because like I said, as I say in some of my videos, I'm an artist. So I'm always thinking, I always see things. I may look at a speckled ceiling and see a face. I might look at wood grain on the floor, and I might see a figure or image, and I might say, oh, that's a good idea to draw. So like my mind is I'm on a whole different level with it. So I'm like, all right, I already know I'm going to take it to the nth degree in the event that I think about it. And as I say in my videos, what you think about grows, or what you pay attention to grows, And so I learned early that I had to silence my mind, even though my mind is trying to protect me from impending doom or anything like that, or fear or anything. But I had to retrain my mind how to wait on me, so that it can fulfill its job. I had to give it a purpose. I can't just let it run aimlessly. I can't just let it be programmed aimlessly by other people, by other situations, by other places, by other workplaces, by other jobs, or whatever happens. Sometimes you go into a supermarket and people, or they, you go into a shopping mall and they go like this, or, they acting like they doing the Matrix on you, like they going like, oh, and I had to learn how to, before it gets to all of those spaces, I had to learn how to fix that at home. I had to learn how to sit in silence and train my mind and say, you listen to me. You don't get to run my life. And my mind didn't want to listen. And then when I stopped feeding into it, I just started ignoring it. It got weak, and then it rested. And then it said, okay. So now my mind shows me a whole lot of things, and it says, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? Whereas before, it was telling me, you need to worry about this. You need to worry about that. You need to worry about those bills. Late payment, final notice, this, that. And now the mind is saying, how do you feel about this? Is this worth you looking at? Or what's your take on this series of events? Is that anything worth your while, or should we hold off on that? Or, the mind is very calm now because it understands who's the boss. It's me. One person. You know what I'm saying? Like, the one I look at in the mirror is the one, not you. Not the one I can't see, because you can't see the mind. You just hear it. You experience it, but you can't see it. So the mind will show me a bunch of things. I might say, I'll tell the mind, let me let other things happen, and I'll see how I feel in 3 days. And the mind is like, 3 days? What am I going to do? I don't have a purpose. Like, you have a purpose, but you'll find out in 3 days. Like, that's what I told my mind. I told my mind, in 3 days, you'll be good. You'll be other things for you to think about, trust, and believe. But you're not going to drive me wild, make me wild. So, I put that pile of stuff over there. And, I learned that, in order for me to be free, I need my wings to be able to open. I can't have my wings open with luggage. I can't spread my wings and fly to different spaces and be flying free if I got luggage, if I'm carrying weight. So I had to say, all right, well, I'll unpack that when I get back to that. I'll figure that out when I get to that. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Then when I get over there, I'll figure that out over there when I feel like I'm ready to. Or if I don't want to, I just won't and I'll just let the universe handle it. And that's what I've been doing with a lot of stuff. I just been not interacting with a lot of things. If I feel like it's gonna take a lot of stress, if I feel like it's gonna make me anxious, if I think it's gonna be problematic, if I think I'm gonna be stressed out, I won't even think about it. I won't even, and that comes from years of training my mind on how to relax. RELAXSSS. Relax. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. I learned how to keep it real because I had to keep it real with myself because listen, we getting older, man. It's a lot of stuff that can show up physically, like stress, heartache, hypertension, high blood pressure, stroke, this, that, and I'm not a doctor, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not here to diagnose nothing, but I'm just saying that I wanted to be proactive in my own life because I should know my body. I've been knowing my body longer than anybody has known me, and so I should be able to control what is going on with me, and so that I had to get fierce with it. I had to really get fierce with it and stand up, for myself, to myself, and say, no, we're gonna go down a different path. We're gonna take things easier because I'm getting older, and things are getting real. And I mean this in a fun, in a good way. It doesn't have to be like stressful, but I can't be moving around like how I used to when I was like in a teen, like in my teen years or in my 20s. I can't just be out here just carefree. I don't care. Da 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 da. I had to learn discipline, and I had to learn to gravitate toward things that are going to benefit me and put me on my highest timeline, and be in a space where I can be able to perceive what it is I'm experiencing, right? And the best way that I can describe that is I turned my mind off until it was ready to listen. And once my mind was ready to listen, I said, okay, I have some downloads coming in from the source of creation. I'm going to need you to get with them and show me what I should think about these downloads that come in. And we're going to talk about that in the morning. You know what I mean? Like, I just had to just be straight, and and the mind was like, all right, if you're going to feed me, I got you, and I was like, I got you. As long as you do what I need you to do, then we good. And that's how I was able to take control of what I'm doing with myself, because like I say all the time in my videos, this world is full of distractions. I never get into it. I never describe all the different distractions, but this is kind of my video on describing what the distractions look like. It's always how we perceive things. That's why it always seems to find us wherever we are, because we are the perceiver. We are the one that perceives what life means to us. No one is ever able to tell us what life means to us or for us other than ourselves. So we have to be super honest with ourselves in that regard, in that aspect, and we have to be mindful of what exactly is setting us off the rails. And if it's your mind, the mind has to be silenced until it wants to work with us. If it doesn't want to work, then you just gotta watch me do what I'm going to do and just align with the universe without thinking, and that's kind of what I did. Like, I know I kind of went around it a lot, but I just was thinking about my journey, man. Just thinking about like how I got to this point where I'm able to see things very with clarity, very, very clear. And I'm able to be very honest with myself. And it's because, I'm able to look at my life, and I'm able to see things from the past, and I'm able to see things from the future. Like, so when I say the past and the future, I always look at the infinity symbol, which is a number 8. We are in the middle of that number 8, all right? And the mind is constantly going back in the past and connecting with us, going into the future and connecting with us, going back in the past, gathering information, bringing it to the present, going in the future, gathering information, bringing it to the present. And what it's doing is it's healing things here and here. It's healing things, it's fixing things that we had no control of in the past. We're able to fix how we perceive it now and bring it back to our past version and heal that version and bring the healed version into the present. We're able to go into the future and put ourselves into scenarios. Is this going to work? Is this not going to work? Okay, if it is going to work, I'm going to do the work so that I can get myself prepared to get to the future. If it's not going to work, I can say, oh, thank goodness I didn't do that. Or else this will be what it is going to be. Da, 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 da. And then you come back to the present. You bring yourself back to the present and say, okay, I know what to do going forward, or I know what to do to not go through that. So that way when you get there and you see the obstacles coming, you don't do the thing that brings the failures and stuff like that. But you can bring that energy back to the present, and you can operate as the version that already accomplished everything. And you can go forward knowing what needs to be done because you have gotten a blueprint. You have gotten a download on how to operate. That's why I love when people say time is not linear. Time is like an infinity symbol, because all we have is this present moment. We're constantly going in the future, gathering information to bring back, see what our journey is going to be in the future. We are constantly going in the past and healing versions of ourselves that are in the past that gives us the strength to go forward to the future, but gives us the strength and the courage and the compassion to go back and look at old versions of ourselves and forgive ourselves for being put through certain things, letting other people put us through certain things, heal what we allowed to happen in the past, heal what we allowed other people to do in the past. We were able to heal those people, heal ourselves, but not be there in the past, but we could still heal it and come back and bring all of that healing into how we look at ourselves in the past from right now. And there's a lot of things that, I always look back in the past and I say, before I used to say, like, I don't see how I could have been, went through that, or, if I knew then what I knew now. There's all these cliches, but guess what? I don't say those cliches anymore. I just live in the present, and I thank myself for going through those things then, and I thank myself for the fact that I'm not going through a lot of that stuff, because now I'm able to heal in the present. And that's what I love about when you use the infinity symbol to describe time, because time is not real. All we have is this present moment, and we're able to go gather information. So it's a constant. And maybe you go like this, maybe yours goes like this, maybe other people's go like this, but this is what makes us unique and different from one another. And we're all the same, but we're all on different parts of our journey. Like, I'm a different version of you. You are a different version of me. Us both are different versions of another person that's watching this feed, so on and so forth. And the beautiful thing that I love about what we do here in this moment is that our works will live on into eternity. Like, what we do in the physical realm lasts into eternity. So all of the things that we did, all the ways we were able to help people, all the ways we were able to be a blessing, or be a guiding light for people in the dark to help them see their way out of darkness. That all of these works that we've done, that we are doing, are things that we will be blessed for it for eternity, and it will go on into eternity, and we will be remembered for our works. Because even if we may not get the recognition or the pat on the back, the people coming up, the youth and the people coming up will see our work, and they will be able to take what we are doing now and add on and create an even better version of what we're doing. And it's just an amazing idea and concept, you know. And I just wanted to hop on real fast, you know, just to give y'all a quick video on how I was able to train the mind to heal the past and be confident for the future, and also recognize and realize that all we really truly have is the present. All right, quick message, long video. Quick message, long video. I want to go ahead and send y'all some love and some light. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and breathe real quick. Gonna breathe again. And I'm gonna send y'all some positive energy, frequency, and vibrations in this moment. All right, I love y'all. I'm thinking of y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and go take my BUTT to bed, to bed, to bed, to going to bed. I need to get some rest. Okay, it's all good though. All right, because I feel well rested. I'm getting plenty of rest anyway, but I just felt super inspired to go ahead and share something with you all real quick. Don't forget to do something amazing for yourself this week. All right, even if it's just eating your favorite meal, even if it's just looking in the mirror and saying some positive affirmations. It does not have to be anything tangible that you buy yourself. It does not have to be anything that you have to spend finances for. Just make sure that you give yourself, do yourself a service, and give yourself grace, and do as much as you can for yourself in this moment. All right, listen, I love y'all. I'm thinking of y'all. I will see you all in the very next video. Peace and love. Namaste.